What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? YouTube right now, you're hanging with Mr. Jackson. Story time, y'all. We gonna get into some more history that we was lied to about, y'all. We gonna get into some more history we was lied to about. This might be a long video, yo, cause I got a couple of clips. We just gonna go right through them, y'all. I might stop and talk after some of them, or I just might wait till I get to the end, y'all. But enough of that, y'all. We gonna get into it, y'all. If y'all wanna support me, y'all can support me right there, y'all. I can cash at me, y'all, because right now this channel ain't monetized. It's almost monetized, but it ain't monetized right now. If y'all want to support me, but enough of that, man. Let's get right into this, man.
Now I found out that the Greeks, who were supposed to have been the founders of civilization because they were the first civilized white folks, but the Greeks got their civilization from the Egyptians, and the Egyptians were black people. And the Greeks passed their civilization on to the Romans. They couldn't retain it, they lost it. They had a dark age in Europe for 500 years. And then another bunch of Africans, the Moors, from North Africa moved into Spain and started civilization all over again. So instead of Europe civilizing Africa, Africa has civilized Europe two times. They said that the earth was flat, like a pancake out in the vastness of space, with the sun and the moon and all the stars going around it. The ancient Egyptians in the Pyramid Age 6,000 years ago knew that the world was round. They knew that it went around the sun in 365 and 1/4 days. They measured the circumference of the earth, and they calculated it so accurately until modern astronomers said their error was only 1 yard. Circumference of the earth is about 25,000 miles, and they calculated it with an error of about this, 1 yard. African history. The reason I'm talking to you about it is because it's not in the textbooks. And it's not in the textbooks because we don't write textbooks. We have other people write the textbooks and they put that propaganda in there, and we are supposed to swallow it.
There was an unsigned law between black folks. It was called the Black Exodus. So if you left the South, your responsibility was one of two things. You were supposed to go to the North, go to the West, go to the East.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of cursing in this too, y'all. But I'm not gonna blur it out. The reason why I'm not gonna blur it out is, like I said, because I'm not monetized right now. But if I was monetized, I probably wouldn't even show this video. But David Banner, yo, he's speaking some facts right now.
And find heaven and either bring us there or come back and teach us. The reason why hood motherfuckers don't like uppity smart motherfuckers is because they didn't do their job. They did the same thing white folks did. They went up north and then started looking down on black motherfuckers in the South. Well, nigga, that's where the fuck you from and you didn't do your job. If you a God, you supposed to teach, nigga. Most motherfuckers build just to show how smart they are. You know, Malcolm X probably had one of the greatest commands of the English language, but he never said a word
Never
that an ordinary black person couldn't understand. If I'm out here pontificating, motherfuckers don't know what the fuck that means. So if I don't get the point over, I shouldn't have my motherfucking job if you don't understand what I'm talking about. You find a kid, damn, that motherfucker got the gift of gab. He not scared to speak. And we all, like about 4 or 5 of us, I already talked to Mike and them, me, Tip, and Mike talked about this. Grab a motherfucker and be like, yo, we gotta raise him. Bill Clinton, they was raising Bill Clinton and little white motherfuckers like that since they were little kids. Say, hey dog, we gonna take care of you for the rest of your fucking life. But here's the contract. This is what we want. When we get you in there, we want you. If you do not meet this criteria, we gonna come see you. I had been renting cars and staying in hotels so long. Billy Hume literally came and hugged me and said, bro, you're not homeless no more. Go buy a car. Go buy you a house, man. Stop this shit. I was just on grind. Like, that's all I was doing was grinding, bro. These kids know they can come to me. Y'all would be surprised what rappers call me at 4 o'clock in the morning depressed, looking for, you know, vision. And that's the thing that I'm the most proud of. I know what it feels like to be alone. Dude, I went from being homeless 2 weeks later being a millionaire. Can you imagine being in the middle of Mississippi and a motherfucker announced David Banner got $10 million? Hell no. Dog, people don't understand the pressure that I went through. Lucky that I was the person that I was, but I know for a fucking fact, if I would have been an inch weaker, an inch shorter, I would have got ate up, dog. As black folks in America, there's some underlying shit that we gotta go through that no other race of people have to go through, bro. When I see other rappers going through that shit, I gotta wake up. Cause God put me through that by myself and it was so fucking hard, I said there's no way I won't pick up that fall. So what I decided to do, I'll help anybody that wanna be helped. I help you start your own shit. I wanna free the slaves. Most black people, and I'm just being honest with you, most black people don't want to free the slaves, they want the opportunity to hold a whip.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man, say that
so like
shit.
for me, I always wanted to make people, help people to get free, and then motherfuckers will turn around and hate you, because most motherfuckers want to be put on. They don't want to do the work. Every problem that you have on this planet is connected to a blessing. If you lose your mama, well, you had a mama. Some people don't know their mama, never had a mama in their life. If you wreck a fucking car, you had a car. In order for you to lose something, you must have had first been blessed with that shit. The truth is, you can't lead the people if you can't feed the people. I don't give a fuck how much knowledge you give them. If they don't see how that manifests in the money, then motherfucker don't want to hear that shit. We need to get a group of us that when we really get our paper up and say, okay, you start a water company, you start an electricity company, you start a security company. Minister Farrakhan, he said, Banner, you really want to be that billionaire you talking about? Grow organic food. He said, like, these white folks are destroying the food and the earth so much. If you create organic food, they will come and bow to you like a king. So watch this. I don't give a fuck how much we fight. I don't give a fuck how much we jump up and down and march. If they got the food, bro, I think that's the one thing that the South did fail the world with. We were supposed to be the farmers. Kids think fucking around with the dirt is whack. That's what you put inside of your body to sustain yourself. If you don't have food, water, and electricity, motherfuckers gonna get right. They're gonna be like, yeah, man, let's get these crackers. I'm hungry. There was a...
So what do you call it, the most powerful?
If you don't have any businesses, you're going out of existence. No other group is that.
I know some of y'all probably didn't get that. I hope some of y'all got that.
That's silly to tell their children, go off and get a good education and then go get yourself a good job working in a white company someplace. We're the only people that don't encourage our children to start businesses. You cannot get rich working a job. The only way you can get rich working a job is if you're good at stealing. A business will redistribute wealth and power to you 8 times faster. The system is set up where those who don't have businesses pay all the taxes. And we're the only people who have no businesses. Black folk are paying more than their share of taxes because we are so silly we won't start businesses. If you don't have any businesses, you're going out of existence. No other group is that silly to tell their children, go off and get a good education and then go get yourself a good job working in a white company someplace. We're the only people that don't encourage our children to start businesses. You cannot get rich working a job.
So I tell you, man, it's, to me, I know college ain't for everybody, but to me, if you want to go to school, go to a trade school, y'all. Go to a trade school, y'all. Cause trade, most people is popping off the trade school stuff more, y'all. Like HVAC, electricity, plumbing. People ain't hiring professionals. People are hiring people that's off the like Facebook and stuff now. They're advertising themselves now because you know they went to school. They got their own degree. They got like 2 or 3 year experience. Some of them got more than 5 years experience, but they're going solo. So a lot of people looking for people like that, y'all. And no people cutting out the middleman, so the price is like cut in half. So it's good to go ahead and get a trade, y'all. Learn a trade. Learn 1 or 2 trades, y'all, and you'll be set for life.
You think you know unfair? Meet George Crum and his sister Catherine, the Native American and African American duo who accidentally created the most addictive snack in history, then watched the world get rich off their invention while they got absolutely nothing. In 1853, at Moon's Lake House in Saratoga Springs, a picky customer complained that George's French fries were too thick. Annoyed, George sliced potatoes paper thin, fried them to spite the customer, and created what we now call potato chips. But here's where the story gets tragic. the chips became an instant hit. Wealthy customers traveled from New York City just to taste Saratoga chips. George opened his own restaurant where millionaires like Cornelius Vanderbilt would wait in line for hours. His sister Catherine also claimed she accidentally invented them when a potato slice fell into hot oil. But here's the kicker. Neither George nor Catherine ever patented their invention. They had no idea what they'd created would become a global phenomenon.
$10 billion company.
Today, Americans consume 1.85 billion pounds of potato chips annually. The industry is worth over $10 billion a year.
Damn.
That's billion with a B. Companies like Lay's built empires on their accidental creation. George died in 1914 at age 90. Catherine died in 1924 at 102.
Ooh,
Both
damn.
died having seen none of the massive profits from the snack food revolution they started.
It's crazy.
Every time you buy a bag of chips, remember, you're enjoying a billion-dollar industry built on the backs of two people who never got paid. Follow for more inventors who got robbed by history.
You see that? They know the truth. His wife knows he's in the presence of the descendant of emperors. The regalia medallion on his neck. Only emperors wear these things.
That Mason
Or
stuff.
children of the emperors. I'm gonna show it to you. I don't make shit up. This is how your civil right went through because of him. Let me show you again if you get lost. You see that? There's his wife next to Eisenhower. Do you see Eisenhower got that chain on his neck? No. Eisenhower is a public servant. He's a president as a public servant under the Crown of London. Because this guy was the one that passed over the royalty to Queen Elizabeth. He actually went to here in America in the behalf of the Queen because that was an exchange taking place. This was in 1950. Oh, you just don't know, don't you? I got receipt and you just have speculation. Let me educate you on that shit. You got speculation, I got receipts. Now, that's why he carried, like I said, the regalia medallion, meaning the descendant. You see what is on his chest? Let me show you. See what he wear? Let me show you what he wear. This is what I do. Let me show you how far back this shit come from. Let me show you something better than I can tell you. Okay? You don't know who you messing with. This is what's on his neck. You see that? This is what he wear. These are the descendant of emperors and kings. Let me show you again.
You the king.
Okay? You see that? This is King Charles right there. He was pure blood. He carried the crown. And everybody that comes, that means that's his line. This is his line in the bottom. That's why they all have the necklace. See the necklace? That is the regalia medallion, meaning he's a part of the, what we call royal bloodline. Now let me bring it back for you. I know it hurts you, son. It hurts you, because y'all just talking. Y'all ain't got shit to back up, and that's why y'all don't fuck with me, though. Because y'all know I'm not only obliterate y'all weak ass, but I got the receipt. I got receipt to oblivion. I'm going to get y'all ass out of here to oblivion. Let me bring it back. Okay? You see?
Right here in New York City. For decades, there have been many questions around the circumstances of his death and whether the three men convicted of his murder were actually the people responsible. Well, at a news conference last Saturday, Malcolm X's daughter heard a letter for the very first time that they say is evidence that the NYPD and the FBI conspired to have their father assassinated. CBS This Morning Saturday co-host Michelle Miller explains what this could mean for Malcolm X's legacy.
White people don't realize how frustrated Negroes have become.
Malcolm X was a legendary orator, charismatic, controversial, revolutionary.
To lift the struggle for freedom of the Negro in this country from the level of civil rights to the level of human rights.
On February 21st, 1965, he was assassinated while giving a speech at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem. Now, 56 years later, a letter given to Malcolm X's daughters could hold proof the NYPD and the FBI conspired to have him killed.
That's crazy.
I am relieved that I am able to share this truth with the world today.
Reginald Wood reads the words of his cousin, former undercover cop Raymond Wood, who died in November. He wrote that letter in 2011 to be released upon his death.
It was my assignment to draw the two men into a felonious federal crime so that they could be arrested by the FBI.
Those men were members of Malcolm X's security detail and were arrested days before his assassination.
There was no security to prevent the gunmen from coming into the building.
3 members of the Nation of Islam were convicted of the murder.
Malcolm's death never sat right with me.
On the heels of the 2020 Netflix documentary, Who Killed Malcolm X?, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office began a preliminary review last February. After the letter's release, it says their review remains active and ongoing. As for the NYPD and the FBI, they say they have turned over all their relevant records to the DA and will cooperate.
Right here in New York City. For decades, there have been many questions around the circumstances of his death and whether the 3 men convicted of his murder were.
In 1965, the former president of Egypt, Gamal Abdel Nasser, said he couldn't respect the present Jews in Israel because they left Israel black and they came back white. Because they were Caucasians when they returned, a Turkic Mongol Asians from the Caucasus Mountains, the Russian steppes. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. I am black. The Hebrew word there is shachar ha-anya. It literally translates to I am dark-skinned.
Dark-skinned.
Strong's number, and I don't use Strong's numbers very often, but there's going to be pushback. Strong's number 7838, shachar, from Strong's number 7835, dusky. So the word shachar means dusky. And if you look in the concise Oxford English Dictionary in the 10th edition, dusky means darkish in color, euphemistic of a person black and dark-skinned.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there, y'all. Everything is coming to the light right now, y'all. Everything is coming to the light. You can't keep everything in the dark, y'all. So that long, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. And I see you when I see you. Peace. I'm out.